Okay, this question says use the equation below to answer the question that follows. P equals n squared times the quantity 3n minus 1 divided by 1/3 n cubed. So they tell us that if n is 3, what is p? So we're going to substitute 3 in place of n into the equation. So that gives me 3 squared times 3 times 3 minus 1 over 1/3 3 cubed. So now you just need to use order of operations and simplify this. So order of operations says to do parentheses and exponents first. So we're going to square this 3, which would be 9. That's 3 times 3. Inside the parentheses, we're going to do this multiplication first before we subtract. So that's 9 minus 1. And then we do the denominator. That's going to give me 1/3. 3 to the 3rd power is 3 times 3 times 3, which is 27. Okay, now simplify the numerator. We'll do what's in the parentheses first. 9 minus 1 is 8. And in the denominator, we're going to multiply 1/3 times 27. 3 goes into 3 once, 3 goes into 27 9 times. So that's just going to be 9. You could multiply out the numerator 9 times 8, but then you're going to have to simplify that fraction. So we could just cancel right here. And your answer is 8. Okay. Use the diagram below to answer the question that follows. Surveyors make the measurements of the dimensions of the two similar triangles as shown above. What is the length of AB of the pond to the nearest meter? Okay, so they tell us that these are similar triangles. That means that the angles are all the same in these two triangles. The angles are congruent and the sides are proportional. The sides are in proportion. So I'm going to draw this so we can see the two triangles separately and see which sides correspond. So I'm just going to sketch this triangle CDE. This angle C is the same as this angle C. So I'm going to sketch this big triangle upside down so that we have them in the same position. So it's going to be C up here, B, A. These angles are congruent. D and B are congruent, E and A are congruent. And I'm going to put the sides on here. C to D is 150. D to E is 220. C to B is 280. And B to A is X, because that's what we don't know, that's what we're trying to find. Okay, the sides are in proportion with similar triangles. So that means this side, 150, the ratio 150 over 220 is going to equal this ratio 280 over X. 150 to 220 equals 280 over X. That's what it means when it says the sides are proportional. You can set up a proportion with the sides. Just make sure you have the corresponding sides on top in both places and the corresponding sides on bottom. So I use this side on top for both of them. Now, with a proportion, cross products are equal. So we know that 150 times x equals 220 times 280. So multiply 220 times 280 and you get 61,600. So we have 150x equals 61,600. Divide by 150. And we see that x is equal to, on the calculator, I got 410.667. So to the nearest meter, that would be 411.